Hey dolls, welcome back to my vlog channel. And you know what I realized? I've been calling y'all dolls because on my main channel, Rondell Martin, I actually used to be DailyDelle over there, and I used to call my viewers and my tribe the Delle Dolls. So I just brought it over here. So if you were wondering like why she was saying dolls, that's why. But anyways, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a very short vlog, but I am going to go downtown to Georgetown, into the city of Georgetown, which is the capital of Guyana. And I'm going to the Ministry of Home Affairs to ask about Christian citizenship. So I'll tell you guys more about that throughout the video, either through a voiceover or I'll come back on and explain that whole process, because I am an expat, but I'm actually a dual citizen. So my son is considered second generation Guyanese, and I need to ask questions and figure things out. So in our case, we would go to Home Affairs. In my mom's case, who is a re-migrant back into Guyana, she deals with foreign affairs. So I'll explain all that later on in the video. I'm pretty sure I'm not gonna be able to record in the ministry, so that's why I'm taping this now. If I can get a snippet or two, I will. But I also had to dress up, y'all, because whenever you go to any government offices in Guyana, you can't go with your arms out. You can't go with short pants or whatever the case may be. You have to have something over your shoulder, like a short sleeve or something, or a long sleeve. And you have to have like at least knee length, I'm assuming, or above the knee length skirt or dress or just pants. So that's why I'm dressed like I'm about to clock in or I'm about to clock out of work, because I was like, yeah, let me just put on something to be safe and call it a day. So let's see what today brings. I'll let you guys know how it goes and we'll take it from there. Wait. Okay, so we're leaving the Ministry of Home Affairs. I just had to get this Mashamani float. Christian was cutting up in there. But this is the Ministry of Home Affairs. And I'll tell you guys what they said. But basically, me and Michelle are good. You ready to go get your Popeyes, Christian? All right. So now we're about to get something to eat because I haven't even eaten all day. You want what, Popeyes, Churches? You ready? Yeah. All right, the kids are out of school now. The street's getting busy, so we're gonna. Can I play with the kids? No, they're going home. They gotta do homework. So now we're about to get some food. Once we get some food and I get my mind right, then I'll tell you guys what they said about Christian's process and the different processes and everything for citizenship and immigration and everything like that. So as we walk to get some food, I'm showing y'all a little bit of the town. Delete that. Right now we're on Crowell Street, Crowell Street. Delete that. Would you stop hollering and delete that? Delete that now! Okay. I don't know how you say it, but we're on Crowell Street or Crowell Street and Sendo Place. So just showing you guys a typical Thursday. We gotta keep walking straight. Christian, where are you going? A typical Thursday afternoon. Wait. Alright, come on. And people drive wild, as I've been saying, so we gotta be attentive. Got to be attentive. So I can't wait to get some food. I'm so hungry right now. We didn't eat a thing. We were supposed to have been out the house since 9 a.m. and the whole day went left. But at least we're here now. And I'll tell y'all about the office when we sit down too, because that was a hot mess. Just slide through. I don't know why you bring us through this little crevice. So this is the high school my mother went to, Bishop's High School. I'm gonna try to get it closer up. Let's see. Let's walk up the middle here real quick. No. Christian, stop whining. One thing Christian gonna do every single time is whine. You don't like to walk. You don't like to walk. I'm just saying you cannot go so far. We're literally around the corner from where we're trying to go. You don't live there. Oh look, they got another cafe. Beacon Cafe. We're seeing all these cute little cafes and shops. We're like, well, we gotta come back, check this out, because we don't be in the city like that. But yeah, this is the high school my mom went to, Bishop's High School. So this was like one of the most prestigious all-girls schools to go to. I think it still is considered. But yeah, she went there. It's a private school. And I think everyone in her family went there except for maybe my Auntie Karen or something like that. Isn't that it? Or did Auntie Roxanne and Auntie Karen go somewhere else?
Auntie Karen went to St. Roses.
Okay.
And I'm not sure if Auntie Roxanne also went to St. Roses or...
Yeah. We're not sure, but just wanted to show you guys that. So now, you want to say something to the camera? We're about to go to Demico house.
Demico house?
So I'm showing you guys another angle of Bishop's, but yes, I will. But you can see that this is a good prestigious school because of the condition of it. Because you could tell when a school's kind of run down that it doesn't have the care. So for a Guyanese school, it's well kept up. The alumni really take pride in their school. And like I said, like at one point in time, well, it's still a pretty good school, but I know at one point in time, this was definitely one of the schools where the who's who went. And I know you guys might have heard me say in the past that my mom's dad was a politician. So he was one of the founding members of the PNC. And I think he was involved with the PPP too. Wait, Christian, 1 second. So it definitely is a school with a rich history. And like I said, a lot of, at one point in time, the who's who went there. But it's a private school. And compared to America, private schools in Guyana are cheaper, but you still obviously gotta be able to afford it. So that automatically kind of separates people or weeds people out. And now we are in Demico house, so we're gonna see what we get. But this is a traditional Guyanese kind of fast food restaurant, a classic. They sell ice cream, chicken wings, bacon, saltfish, plantain, eggs and sausage, chicken sandwiches, fried chicken. They got a variety of stuff.
Hi.
So I'll probably get ice cream for him.
Papa, no.
Oh, okay.
No, no.
Oh, okay.
Papa's
Oh, yeah. Yep, the Popeye's drink. So I'll probably get him some ice cream from here.
ice cream. I want some ice
You
cream.
want some ice cream from here? Okay, well you gotta eat your food first and then you can get some ice cream, right? So we finally got our food at Demico house. This is a fried chicken sandwich. This is the grilled chicken sandwich. They put a little pepper and stuff. Christian's chicken tenders, which you guys already know Popeyes. Ices, I try to stick to the Caribbean drinks like I said. Even though my meal comes with the Coke. Then we got Guyanese patties. Let me show y'all. Well, these are the cheese, oops, sorry. These are the cheese rolls that you guys you might have seen before. Cheese rolls. And then
Cheese rolls.
Guyanese patties, which I'm so happy that they have the beef ones because I grew up on beef Guyanese patties. So I gotta focus in. Nowadays they don't always have beef, but these are good. I'll bite into one and show you. Yeah, one each. So we're gonna eat and then I will tell you guys what happened at home affairs because I'm famished. I've been eating all day. So let me eat and then I'll be back. So this is a Guyana beef patty. Traditionally, they weren't this flat or wide, and they also didn't put vegetables in it, but a win is a win. I'm just happy that it's beef, because nowadays they be making it with chicken and saltfish and stuff, and you bite into it and you're like, what the heck? So this is a step in the right direction. I'm gonna finish my patty. As you can see, I'm almost done. And then we're gonna go to the grocery store and then head home pretty much. So my uncle told us about this store. Mattai's. You have the home goods warehouse here, which we'll have to come back and check out. But then you got the actual market on the corner. He said they have good price stuff, so we're gonna check it out and see. And if all else fails, we'll go to Bounty or someplace we're used to. But since we were here, I said let's walk and just see. So this is Water Street in Georgetown. This isn't far from actually where the parking is. I feel like I passed it when I was picking up my barrels. This is the inside of Mattai's. This is another American style market where you can get everything you need. So Christian's right in the cart. But yeah, you have your chopped onions, your spices, big spices here. You could get wholesale, or not wholesale, but like by the bulk or whatever, by the pound. You got your snacks here. So yeah, Christian's reading. Okay, wish I was reading off the grocery list, but yeah. So this is Mattai supermarket, but they close early. They open from 7:30 to 6:30. So if you're gonna come here, you gotta come early. But yeah, this one is an American style store, like I said. You have lots of drinks, lots of snacks. So if you wanna come shopping here, they're off Water Street in Georgetown, but they close early. They open from 7:30 to 6:30 p.m. And Sundays, I think they're closed altogether. They close even earlier than that. So definitely not the store you could be like, oh, I'm gonna do a late night run. But you got a lot of options here. Depends, all types of different stuff. More options than you would get in the village stores. And more affordable prices than you would get at like a Massey or whatever. So, Mattai's Market. These are their frozen foods. Some of them are drastically cheaper than in my neighborhood. Like this one the quick cook hash browns are like $2,000 in my neighborhood. Here they're $11.50. So you see the difference. But some of these are comparable. But I mean, if you're in the neighborhood, it's worth coming here to get these things because they have big bags of certain things and certain items that you can't find in the village things. And then you have the village markets, and then you have the American brands like Eggo, Stofers, etc. So if you're here, it's worth it. So these are the hours of the store. Exit only, which you can see Mattai's, and Sunday they close really early. Say hello. All right. Sunday they close really early. So this is the exit only. You enter through the other door, and then that's the cashier area. Now let's pray that we get a taxi because it's getting late, and the later you're in the city, the harder it can be sometimes. About to head home. Finally, Christian is cranky. Alright. Dolls, I am back home. Never mind my hair looking windblown. We took the minibus home, and y'all have seen the minibus probably on my other channel on those vlogs. If you haven't, go check out my other Guyana vlogs. But needless to say, I'm home, and let me tell y'all how it all went down. So first of all, we go into the Ministry of Home Affairs. When you go in there, you have to go through security. They check your bag. They ask for your ID, passport, Guyana ID, whatever, and they ask your address in Guyana. So then you go through, you go to the immigration office, but then you could go through the citizenship office, which I think is upstairs. But in my case, I'm still dealing with immigration. So we go to the immigration side, and there's no order. Like, you just walk in, people just sitting down. There's no take a number. There's no put your name on the list that will call your name. You just walk in and sit down. So I'm like, this is weird. Like, how are they gonna know that it's my turn or whatever the case may be? So I tell my sister, I was like, what did you do last time you came? Because she already went to that office to ask questions, because we are technically dual citizens. So we are expats, meaning that we are living in another country but maintaining our U.S. citizenship, but we are also dual citizens because we have Guyanese citizenship through our parents. Because once you get Guyanese citizenship, two ways, three ways. Either you apply for it, obviously through immigration, and you come in. Most people would do that through work or school. You marry a Guyanese person, or you are a born Guyanese, or the fourth way, there's four ways, or you were born to a Guyanese born, you were born after the year 1970, I believe, to at least one Guyanese born citizen. So both of my parents are Guyanese born citizens, so me and my sister are automatically Guyanese citizens by birthright. And so all we need to do to solidify that is get our Guyanese birth certificate, our passport, and your Guyana ID, and that allows you to vote in elections, to partake when they give out, like right now they're giving out a cash grant to all the citizens that allows you to just get certain benefits. And so if you want to know all the ins and outs of how to go about that, join my Patreon community. Go to the link in the description box and join the tier that is appropriate to find out all that information and have the partake in the Q&As and stuff, because it's very detailed. Like, you need someone to walk you through this stuff because it's not really online like that. Like, if you try to just go online and figure it out, you're gonna be lost in the sauce. And so if you wanna know the Q&A specifically, especially about Guyana, but if you're just interested in being an expat in general, I will be able to help you with general stuff, but definitely for sure about Guyanese expat, being an expat in Guyana. So anyways, let me turn on this light, y'all. I'm trying to heat up our dinner. But anyways, so I was like, let me go in the reception office and just see, like, what is the run of things, because I'm confused. Like, this can't be it. This surely can't be the process. And so people are like going into the reception office, and they're closing the door behind them, and then coming out, closing the door, coming out. And some people's names are being called, but some people's names aren't. And I'm seeing people just walk in and go to the office. And like I said, when you go to the government offices here, you can't go in sleeveless tops and short shorts and things like that. You have to dress a certain way. So you can't tell who works there from who doesn't. Because I mean, if you walked in and saw me dressed like this, you might think I work there. So you just don't know. I gotta switch arms, y'all, because I gotta turn over these nuggets in the air fryer. And so I go to, sorry y'all, the ghetto. Vlog is all shaky and whatnot, but I go to ask the receptionist, and I'm like, this looks weird. So eventually, it's approaching the time that the office is closing. Actually, it's past the time the office is supposed to close. And I see people like coming in, going out, coming in, going out. And I'm just like, look, let me get up and ask. So I go in the doorway of the reception office, and I'm like, hey, like, I just have to ask some questions about my son and his citizenship and our visitor's visa, et cetera, because yeah, like, I have questions I need answers. So one of the ladies, who I thought was just there. I thought she was coming for help. She actually works there. And so she was like, well, come and ask me your questions. So we walked down the hallway and she's like, you can ask me what questions you need to ask. And so I tell her, I'm like, well, when I came into the country in January, they told me XYZ at the airport, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, I never knew I needed a visa because, like I said, I'm a Guyanese citizen, this, that, the third. So she tells me what I need to know. And she's basically like, long story short, for your son, you have to apply for a visa extension because technically I would have needed to apply for a visitor's visa for him since we are here for more than 3 months because we flew in January. Our round trip ticket was to exit in June because I have a retreat with my other business, my business partner, in June. So you can't fly into the country on a one-way ticket unless you use a Guyana passport. I was using my US passport, so I had to get a round trip ticket. So she was like, just scan that QR code over there, apply for the visa extension. When you get the reference number, then come back to the office with the reference number, pay this fee, and then we'll walk you through the process. So she was like, is he in school here? So I'm like, no, he's homeschooled. So she was like, oh, if he was in school, then he would have got a longer extension and, you know, whatever. But she was like, since you're homeschooling, you would have to extend every 3 months. So I was like, well, I'm actually looking to get his citizenship so he can also be a dual citizen because Christian is considered a second generation Guyanese because I'm American born. I'm first generation American, he's second generation American. So he can get the citizenship through my mom, because she's my only surviving parent now. But obviously, like, you know, I have to go through a little bit more steps with him because me and my sister, it was direct like birthright. And then my brother and my older sister that passed were born in Guyana. So they were Guyanese born citizens and became US citizens through, you know, the process, you know, the immigration process. So needless to say, she was like, so do that, come back, whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna keep you guys posted on the whole citizenship process. If you wanna know the nitty gritty, like I said, join the Patreon community because I'm really gonna drop a lot of gems in there and like a more step-by-step process on there because it requires a lot more hand-holding. And I want to get to the point as well, Lord willing, where I could bring some experts in who can actually really like take it to the next level with y'all and like walk through that process with you even more than I can. So I'm gonna share a lot of gems in the Patreon community. For those of you, like I said, who are interested in becoming an expat in general, I'm gonna share things that you should prepare for, things you should look into. And particularly if you're interested in coming to Guyana, I'm definitely gonna share what you need to know because I'm telling you, like, you try to look this stuff up online, you're gonna be tossing this way, that way, you're not gonna know what to do. Everyone's got a different question and answer. Everyone's got a different response, a different process. So you want to make sure you're doing things right because they're really starting to crack down in Guyana. It's still more lax than other countries, but because there's been such an influx of immigrants coming from Venezuela, Brazil, you know, the US, Canada, Barbados, like people coming from everywhere. So they're really starting to crack down and you just want to make sure you're doing things the right way. So as I find out information, I'm really going to dish it out in that Patreon community. So like I said, just check in the description box down below and join that. There's different tiers. So if you're like, hey, I just want to see a little bit more unfiltered stuff, then, you know, there's gonna be a tier for that. If you want to get more Q&A type stuff down to the nitty gritty business, like legal stuff, there's gonna be a tier for that, and so on and so forth. So, and even if you wanna learn how you can make money in Guyana, so on and so forth, like it's all there. So that's basically how that went today. Like I said, I couldn't film inside, and I just didn't wanna be doing the most anyway, even trying to sneak little clips. I didn't wanna do that, because come on now. So if you are basically a foreign national and you're looking to come to Guyana, I will say you will go through the Ministry of Home Affairs. If you are a remigrant, meaning you are a Guyanese citizen who's coming back, you'll go through the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. I know it sounds backwards. You would think that Guyanese nationals will go through Home Affairs and foreign nationals will go through Foreign Affairs, but I don't know why they do it like that. Either way, that's what you would do. So as I find out things, like I said, about land and all that, because I'm finding all this stuff out, I'm gonna share it in the Patreon. So we want to strike while the iron is hot, y'all. Strike while the iron is hot. Guyana is still ripe for the taking, and you want to definitely take advantage of it. And if you are a first-generation American, Canadian, British citizen, and you have Guyanese heritage, meaning like, especially if one of your parents is Guyanese born and you were born after 1970, baby, if you don't come and get these benefits, if you don't come and get your Guyanese citizenship and stop playing, come and do it. Like, it never hurts to do it and just set yourself up. So anyways, I'm about to get Christian's nuggets out the air fryer. My mom and sister are staying in the Airbnb upstairs. I would definitely link you guys to that as well. If you want, I'm gonna see if my landlord, because she was definitely talking about doing some other things, so I'm gonna see. But if you're interested in the Airbnb, or you know someone who's interested in the Airbnb and my landlord's down for it, then I will share that information too, and that would definitely be in the Patreon. I'm not gonna just put that all willy-nilly, like direct address and all that. I'm not gonna put that all willy-nilly on the internet. So, but I'll put the general region and stuff and village, so you know. So I'm gonna go upstairs. I'll show you guys what the Airbnb is looking like. Show you guys my mom and sister. Christian's gonna sleep up there tonight. I'm like, won't he do it? So I get some time alone. I'm gonna eat, shower, and we just gonna relax. So I'm up here. This is the Airbnb, y'all. Let me show you. My hair looks terrible. I really should have fixed it before I got on camera. But like I told y'all, it's gonna be real authentic. You're gonna see me in all my glory or lack thereof. But this is the Airbnb. This is the first bedroom. It's got nice closets for storage, as you can see. This is normal in Guyana, like I said. I think I've said it before. I know I said it in my virtual housewarming, but they don't build closets into the wall. That's rare. I mean, some of the newer homes will, but they get these wardrobes and stuff, and then they stack it or customize it. This is the living room here. This is the veranda, where you can sit out and look and see the neighborhood. So you can see off into the distance they're building something over there. So yeah, this is the veranda here, and then lock that door. This other door leads out to the veranda as well, but there's no need to really use it. This is the dining room area, of course. Kitchen. They did have an island here at one point, but I don't think it was built in, so they took that out. But this is the kitchen here. Other bedroom. Don't mind my sister getting her hair together. Closet here. Christian's knocked out. Same type of closet. And then the bathroom is here, but my mom's using the restroom. So yeah, that's the Airbnb. Like I said, if you're interested in visiting Guyana and things like that, I'll share more details on the Patreon just to protect the privacy and confidentiality of everything. And that's that. So that's it for the vlog, y'all. I'm about to get Christian ready for bed because he's sleeping, but I need to freshen him up, put him in his pajamas. I need to go downstairs, get myself ready for bed, and then I'm gonna call it a night. So that's it for this vlog. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, share. Check out the Patreon. I'll see you on the next one.